Popular vote, the Clintons do not have to go away, but Monica Lewinsky does. I think this is a classic example of liberals having things asked backwards and sideways when they say things like the Clintons have to go away. They're too tarnished, they're out there, and yet at the same time they roll out the red carpet for Monica Lewinsky. Okay, what sense does this make that Bill Clinton, other than Obama, had the highest approval rating when he left office? So in the last 50 years since LBJ, two presidents have been good, have been legitimately, unquestionably good at being president, Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Bill Clinton's a Democratic success story, and we're treating him like the fucking uncle that we're ashamed of or whatever. Like, oh, who let Bill Clinton in here? He's somebody we should be proud of. 8 years of peace and prosperity, the creation of the internet, and yet at the same time, because of a crime bill and a Lewinsky blowjob, we're treating him like we're ashamed of him, like we don't even want him around. Then you've got Hillary Clinton, the first female president in terms of popular vote, in my opinion, electoral college as well, but you're talking about the first woman to be elected president of the United States by popular vote. These are two people that we're gonna run out on a rail and tell them to shut the fuck up and go away forever. And yet Monica Lewinsky, we should listen to her. We've heard her. We've heard her for 25 fucking years. We've heard the same thing out of this lady. I mean, we've heard her story. She's cashed in on it. She's made a life out of this same story. Ryan Murphy is going to make the next season of American Crime Story about the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal. He was going to do Hurricane Katrina, which is actually interesting. They canceled Hurricane Katrina to do a story about the Lewinsky blowjob, which everybody already knows about, so somehow they thought that was a good idea. He's hired Lewinsky to be an executive producer, which is Hollywood speak for fucking do nothing, but put your name on something and make it look more legitimate. So she's going to be like, I don't think the semen's got the right texture on the dress. I think it needs to be a different color. What can you technically advise about, her emotional state or whatever the fuck was going on? I mean, that's a classic example of she's profiting off of this scandal. She's everywhere now. If she wanted to write a piece for Vanity Fair, they'd say, sure, why not let Lewinsky write a piece for us? She's made a career out of this. She's profiting off of it. She's getting somewhere off this scandal. And yet we're telling Bill and Hillary, we're ashamed of you. You're bad news for us. You're bad for our brand. Go into hiding, please. I think the Clintons are kingmakers. I think that's what they want to do. They want to have a role in this process. I think Hillary's already done that to an extent by exposing Tulsi Gabbard. She does something that Buttigieg and Biden, if they do it, it's just going to be like, oh, well, it's just sour grapes because, it looks competitive. It looks like there's a competitive reason. Hillary's not running. And literally, when she calls Tulsi Gabbard out and says she's a spy by the Russians, they're going to set her up as a third-party candidate. And I noticed Tulsi, her denial of that wasn't totally convincing, in my opinion. Basically, like, it just focused on Hillary and talked about this is a race between me and Hillary Clinton for the nomination. Yeah, there's like 8 people ahead of you, so no, I don't think it's between you and Hillary. I think that she's doing that because a lot of the competitors, they can't do it, or it looks like it's tainted. It looks like there's a competitive reason. So there's really no reason for Hillary to do that except that it's the truth. There's no reason for her to do it. And I think that she may be trying to prevent something like that from happening, which is valuable. So no, I think the Clintons want to be kingmakers. I don't think they should go fucking hide in shame. The first female president elected by popular vote. I don't think she should have to go into the forest and die because, some people don't want her around. I'm proud of the Clintons, and I think we should be too. And so I think it's totally backwards to say that they need to go into hiding.